Hello, my loves, and welcome to Entrepreneurial Edge. Have you ever thought about visiting Croatia? It's absolutely lovely, darling. Today we're diving into all things Croatian, from its fascinating history and stunning landscapes to its growing economy. We've got 15 facts that'll have you booking your flights faster than you can say Game of Thrones. Now, you wouldn't think a small country like Croatia would have much to do with space, would you? But darlings, you'd be wrong. It turns out they've got not one, but two things named after them up there. We're talking scientists like Roger Boskovic and Andrija Mohorovičić, big brains in physics, astronomy, the whole shebang. Their work was so groundbreaking that they got craters and mountains on the moon named after them. How fabulous is that? Speaking of clever clogs, did you know that Croatia has given the world a whole host of everyday items? Those snazzy neckties you see on the telly? They originated in Croatia, darlings. But wait, there's more. The torpedo, that underwater weapon of mass destruction? Yep, Croatian invention. And if you've ever used a Maglite flashlight or a mechanical pencil, you can thank a Croatian for that too. Now, let's talk about something a little closer to my heart. Showbiz, darling. Croatia has become a bit of a star in its own right, with filmmakers flocking to capture its beauty on screen. Remember King's Landing in Game of Thrones? Well, that's Dubrovnik, my dears. And it's even more stunning in real life. But it's not just Game of Thrones. Star Wars, The Last Jedi, Mamma Mia, Robin Hood, they've all been filmed in Croatia. Safe as houses in Croatia. Now, I know what you're thinking. All this sounds fabulous, but is it safe? And the answer, my loves, is a resounding yes. Croatia is considered one of the safest countries in the world for tourists. In fact, it was ranked 24th safest in a 2017 report, even safer than Russia, the US, and the UK. You can wander those charming streets, soak up the sun on those pristine beaches, and enjoy all the delicious food without a worry in the world. Well, almost no worries. Always wear your sunscreen, darlings. The pricey side of paradise. Now, before you pack your bags and hop on the next flight to Croatia, there's one more thing you should know. While the cost of living in Croatia is relatively low, there's one street that'll have you reaching for your platinum card. Stradan in Dubrovnik. This picturesque street with its limestone paving and charming shops is the main artery of Dubrovnik's Old Town. It's also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, darling, so you know it's fancy. But all that beauty and history comes at a price. The shops and restaurants along Stradun are geared towards tourists. And let's just say they're not afraid to charge a premium. Honey, I shrunk the town. From the most expensive street in Croatia, let's travel to the smallest town in the world. Population 30. That's right, you heard me correctly, 30 people. It's located in the Istria region, and it's absolutely adorable. Now, isn't just small, it's ancient, darling. We're talking medieval architecture that's been perfectly preserved since the 16th century. Imagine walking those cobblestone streets, surrounded by buildings that have stood for centuries. Tourists gone wild. Now, it's no secret that Croatia is a popular tourist destination. But did you know that it's the 18th most popular in the world? Tourism is a big deal for the Croatian economy, contributing a whopping 18% of its GDP. And here's a fun fact. Croatia was a pioneer in commercial naturist resorts. World record breakers. Now, darlings, you know I love a good Guinness World Record, and Croatia certainly doesn't disappoint. They've got records for the longest strudel, a pastry over 1,479 meters long. They've also got the record for the longest moonwalk and the largest box of popcorn. From Dalmatia with spots? Now let's talk about dogs, shall we? Specifically, the Dalmatian, that spotted wonder that's captured hearts all over the world. And where does this beloved breed come from? You guessed it, Croatia. They're named after the Dalmatia region, and the first mention of them dates back to 1719. Now, let's talk about a Croatian who made it big in the business world. Robert Herjavec. You might recognize him from the hit show Shark Tank, where he listens to pitches from budding entrepreneurs. But did you know that Robert was actually born in Croatia? He's a Croatian-Canadian businessman who built a $250 million fortune from his cybersecurity company. Let's talk money, honey. The Croatian currency, the kuna, has a rather interesting namesake, the martin. The martin's fur was once used as currency in Croatia, hence the name. And if you're wondering about the coins, they're called lipa, named after lime trees. A Museum of Heartbreak. Now, if you're looking for something a little different, a little offbeat, then you need to visit the Museum of Broken Relationships in Zagreb. This unique museum is dedicated to the wreckage of love affairs, with objects from failed relationships, each with a story to tell. You'll find everything from love letters and photographs to more unusual items like a prosthetic leg and a jar of pickled tears. Now, for a truly unforgettable experience, head to Zadar on the Dalmatian coast. Zadar is said to have the most beautiful sunset in the world. And who are we to argue with Alfred Hitchcock? The legendary filmmaker himself declared Zadar's sunset more beautiful than Florida's. Croatia has produced a surprising number of scientists and inventors who have shaped the world we live in. Take Ivan Vucetić, for example. He pioneered fingerprint identification, a technique that revolutionized forensic science. And then there's Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest inventors in history, who was born in modern-day Croatia. Last but not least, we come to the Pula Amphitheater. This Roman amphitheater, located in the city of Pula, is one of the 6 largest surviving Roman arenas in the world. And here's the kicker. It's even better preserved than the Colosseum in Rome. Built in the 1st century AD, the Pula Arena is a testament to the architectural prowess of the Romans. So there you have it, my loves. 15 fascinating facts about Croatia that might just inspire you to book your next holiday there. From its rich history and stunning landscapes to its quirky museums and delicious food, Croatia has something for everyone. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Entrepreneurial Edge for more fascinating content. Until next time, my darlings.